Hi everybody, Merry Christmas. It's Norma-Jean. I'm back. I mean, how long did it take for me to come back? Sorry, but been busy, full-time job, you know, have to do it. But I am back and we're gonna do struffoli. I know a lot of you make struffoli. I have a very old-fashioned traditional recipe for it that my grandmother used to make, my Nana. And my mother still makes the recipe too. It's a little bit different from what you probably see the cooks do on TV. We do not boil the honey, but just as good, fabulous. Come into the pantry. Have my nephew William here with me tonight. He's going to help me. This is a two-person job. Anyone that's made struffoli before knows you need a couple of people to do it, or else you'll be going crazy. So this is my nephew William.
Hello,
has a lot of experience cooking. He's helped me cook before. He helps us a lot. My apron, a little different from my top apron that I wear. I made these. Actually, I just want to tell you a little story. I used to make these years back. They were really, really easy. My mother-in-law taught me how to do them, but I have them just for Christmas. I might stop making them again. Will you?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah, he told me I should. Aren't they cute? But anyway, I made these
Is
myself.
William gonna wear an apron?
Just wanted to show. You want an apron, William? You think you need one?
I think he does.
Go ahead. It's blue. It looks good on there. Go ahead. All right. So we're going to head into the pantry and we're going to stop. Okay. So we're going to start with what you need to get set up. A large bowl. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to get even my old trusty Tupperware bowl. It's a little more shallow. I'm going to grab that out of there. But I have a deep fryer going over here. Okay. This is a Fry Daddy. Takes a lot of oil. It took almost this whole, actually just about the whole gallon of oil to fill it. Okay, so you are going to fry these. So you want to get your oil preheated. I have it on about like in between 325 and 350. Should do it. When you put the first batch of struffoli in there, you'll see if they turn brown too quick, lower the oil. Okay, we'll get into the frying pot later. But let's get this mixed. All right, I'm going to grab a different bowl up here. Because I think that, let's hope nothing comes down on my head. You know, I work in a very old-fashioned pantry here. I don't have anything really up to date. But anyway, see this bowl? My trusty Tupperware bowl. Honest to God, I've been using this thing, I have to think, for about 30 years now. So, all right. So here's my grandmother's recipe. We're going to start with 4 cups of flour. I'm going to pour it right over the bowl because you guys know me. I don't do anything to like an exact measure. I see if it looks like it's right, fine. Once I start to mix it, if it's not, you add a little more flour, a little more liquid, whatever you need. But so 4 cups of flour. This makes a lot. Okay, I'm a little bit over on that. All right. Next ingredient is we need sugar. I think I have that right there, William. All right. So I'm going to do 1.5 cups of sugar. You know, the recipe calls for 1.5 cups. I don't like to make them too sweet. We're going to taste that dough when it's done, William. I don't like making them too sweet because you know what? Honey is really sweet. So we're just going to do 1 cup of sugar. All right. And we're going to add into that some baking powder. Alright, I need 2 teaspoons. I got another brand new can. I figured I didn't want to mess these up, so another brand new can of that. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder goes in there. Alright, that's good. And then we're going to put oil into this, but before I do that, I want to just mix this around a little bit. Get that all incorporated. Okay, so next we can start taking some of this stuff off of here, William. All right, so now we're going to do some oil. And let's see, it calls for 1/2 cup of oil. You notice I use a different measuring. I've told you this before. This is a liquid measure and the cups are a dry measure. There is a difference. Okay, and then we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1, 2. Now last year, I did a little something different. And when I had my mother taste them, because she's the expert, she said, these are really, really good. And I didn't tell her what I did different, but I'm gonna show you. I took just a little dab of pure almond extract. Now, you can do variations on this. Some people put lemon zest in it, orange zest, whatever. I'm throwing in a little tiny bit of almond extract with the vanilla. Beautiful. What a flavor that's gonna have. I'm gonna have you back up, Norma-Jean, because I'm gonna get into my refrigerator and I wanna get eggs and milk. Okay. Beautiful. I'm gonna leave this little bag here with me because I'm gonna use that for the board, alright? So, for your next wet ingredients, we're gonna use 4 eggs, okay? And you know what, I'm not gonna take a shot because I don't wanna ruin everything that I just put in here. Let me break them in the bowl. So we're gonna do 4 eggs. Okay, open that up, look. Gee, okay. Oh gee, all right. I'll tell you one thing that I like best about these is I love how it makes the house smell. I don't know, something about like frying up that sweet dough. There's just something about the smell. It just says Christmas, really. Well, to me anyway, because it reminds me of my Nana Ida. This was her big thing every year. She made batches and batches of them. Her and my mother, they gave them out to people, and batches of them. And the house just, oh my God, I just, you know when something sticks in your head? When I was a kid, that smell is still in my head. I used to love it. Oh my God. We knew it was Christmas when we smelled the Stroffoli frying, right? You knew it was Christmas. And now, you know, my nephew William, he helps my mother every year. My mother still does these. She's 82, gonna be 83 in May, and she still makes these every year. And my nephew William is there usually to help her out. So let's move this off the board.
She also added half a cup of milk in case of.
Oh, sorry. All right, I put a little bit of milk in. Thank you, Norma-Jean. All right, sorry. All right, I'm just gonna let me just get like this wooden spoon here for now, just to get this going, all right? So this is a very basic dough. Nothing really special about it. I know some of the cooks I've seen on TV, like I've seen Jada make these before. I don't think she puts really any sugar in her dough at all.
No, she doesn't.
Right?
This is more of a light, fluffy yeast dough.
Right. Yep, so she uses a different dough. Everybody does them different. I'm sure somewhere along the line there is an authentic recipe. This is the way we make them. So, and they are, I mean, I know they're good because everybody loves them. Everybody waits for them, and they are just so delicious. All right, so that's enough with the spoon. I'm going in with the hands. Only way to do it. Only way to do it. Go in with the hands, and then you can tell if you need anything else in here when you use your hands.
Yeah, actually doesn't use a spoon.
Yeah, spoons are highly
Horrible.
overrated.
She doesn't
Your hands
use a
are
bowl.
like, really?
Yeah, she does it right on the board.
She does it right on the board, right. So that's why, you know, I started out, I had that metal bowl out here, and then I transferred to this one. This is like my good old standby for holiday baking because it's shallow. It's not so deep. And I don't know, you just mix things better in it. You know, this thing, if I ever lost this bowl, I don't know what I'd do. It's hard to find these old bowls. I think I bought this like at a Tupperware demonstration like back in the late 80s or something, you know. It really serves a purpose. I have to say this is coming good. Huh? Does it look like it is? I mean, it's
Might need a little more flour.
it's sticking together, right? But you know what? If
Once
you
you
think
get
it
into a
needs
bowl.
flour, I'm not going to add the flour in the bowl. I'm going to pull it out and put it on this
Yep.
board.
You need it.
And then we'll do it on the board. Now,
Actually, you made out.
no, look at it, beautiful. I think it, I mean, it feels good. It's not even really sticking to my hands that much, you know, which is good. All right, this looks good. While we, all right, on the board. I'm not gonna do anything else with this bag of flour, but this, my hands are dirty. I don't care. I don't wanna like wash them and then have to do this again. Okay. Alright, what do you think? How's that look? Oh boy.
Looks good.
Right, my mother will say, don't knead it too much, right?
Right?
Don't knead it too
Make it
much.
tough.
Yep. It'll be too tough. Okay. Oh my God. Any good?
It's good.
Yeah. Okay. Look at that. Ah, that came good. Look, it's not sticking to anything. It's beautiful. Now, this is where you know if you made the dough right or not. Okay, whoop, flour all over the wall. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of this stuff.
That's actually perfect.
Does it look good? Okay. Alright, so let's start with a little piece here. Alright. And I think I'm gonna cut this one more time to start. Alright. I can smell the oil.
Mhm.
How's that oil look, William?
Good.
Now this is where you're gonna require some help. Alright? This has to be rolled out. Now, what's the word that Nanny uses for what the shape should be?
A pillow.
A pillow. Little pillows. This is too long. I'll cut it for now. Little pillows. You roll this out into a little tube. And she lets us know, boy, it's too big. It's too big, right?
Mhm.
Make it smaller. What are you doing over there? All right. What do you think? I don't know what happened to this end of the dough. We're gonna get rid of it. Okay. How does that look?
Looks good.
Good?
Yep.
All right, now, William,
Mhm.
you want to cut?
Sure.
All right, William's going to cut. I took a knife out. Where is it? You got it? All right, William's going to cut. Now, they're supposed to look like little pillows. Go ahead, get right in there.
So basically what you want to do is pinch and pull.
Oh. See, go for what? Everybody should have a William with them when they're cooking. He stuffs all the shrimp for us on Christmas Eve, too. Huh, Norma-Jean?
So you want them to look like little pillows.
Look at those. All right, I'm gonna get a plate. You want to get a flat plate. A little bit of flour on it. And as you do them, you're gonna put them on this plate. Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Now
That's a
again,
little big.
you'll see when we put the honey on them, I know most people don't just throw the honey on them. They boil the honey. You don't want that end in there?
No, it's too big.
Okay. We don't do the boiled honey, and I'm gonna tell you why we don't do the boiled honey. First of all, we weren't taught that way. And it was because, I don't know, my mother used to say they come too hard, and you know, and I don't want to insult anybody because the boiled honey is, it's excellent. I've seen them. I think the bakeries do it that way too. It just makes it, they're very sticky. You have to cut into them when the honey is boiled. You're gonna see when these are done, you don't have to cut into them. You can still shape them. They still stick together, but they're not so difficult to eat.
Give them a flour.
Oh yeah, plenty of flour.
Sometimes you can dip the knife in the flour so it
Yep.
doesn't stick to the dough.
That's right. King Arthur flour I'm using. My mother swears by this for holiday baking. Local flour. It's from Vermont, I think, right? Yeah, Vermont. And I had to get the good honey. We always use either Golden Blossom or Subi honey. There are cheaper brands. You can get like the Stop and Shop brand or, you know, a no-name brand. It's a lot less expensive. Like this bottle of honey was $10, right? But there is a difference. It just tastes better. So candy beads. These are going on after. Of course, when they're totally cooled. All right, so William, we're gonna start this. All right? Now, you don't wanna fry too many at a time. You saw how many that was. Margie, can you get a shot of that?
Head in there, sorry.
Not too many at a time. This is what takes time, and this is why 2 people is good to use. And here we go. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Beautiful, they're in. All right, they're in. Oh, yeah. And they're coming right up to the top. Oh yeah, I'm gonna lower this oil a little bit. I just lowered the oil down to about 300. Yeah, oh, William,
You want me to go down with smaller or bigger?
take a look at those. No, are those good or what?
It's perfect.
Hmm?
I have to say, the almond flavor is excellent in it.
Right?
Yes.
I can smell it. Oh my god. Like a lot of people do like orange rind in the boiled honey, lemon. I mean, a lot of different flavors. I think depending on you know what section of Italy you come from, what you've been taught. So it's all your preference. This is how we do them. Very, very simple. All right, so what I did was I went and got a big, deep bowl. Let them drain for a minute, just a second. And we're gonna just keep, as they cook, you're gonna put them into a big, deep bowl. Okay, perfect. Oh my. Take a look at those.
Does it look good?
I eat them just like this.
Yep.
We ready?
Yep.
More, here we go.
That's me.
All right, hey everybody. Okay, so we kind of like took a little bit of break and we came back. My niece Alex came in to help, thank God, because there's a lot of dough here. So Alex, you are on the fry later, so I can help. Great. My niece Alex loves to cook, just runs in the family. She just walked in and said, I'm a little bit late on it because I made homemade gnocchi.
And it was good.
Wow, we, all right, so I think we might have to do a video on that. I have to say, the whole family, they're all good cooks.
I made homemade cavati yesterday.
You did?
Mhm.
Oh my God. Yeah, she loves to cook. They all love to cook. My Norma-Jean, who's filming, you know, she never gets to be in the video, but she just did Thanksgiving and what a meal she put out. So they all love to cook. I want you to get one more shot, Norma-Jean, of William cutting these, how he pinches them and makes the pillows. I actually gave up because he makes them better than me. He said my dough is really good. He loves the almond flavor, but he is like so much better. Watch the salad. He knows how to like pinch it and pull it. Well, maybe that's the pastry chef school. Or maybe it's just in your blood, William.
It's just Nana yelling at you.
Exactly. That's right. It's just my mother yelling at him saying, make them smaller. They're pillows. Not
Yeah.
bullets, pillows, right?
Yep.
How are those looking now? Can you go slower? More?
I
Drain it a
can't go
little
slow.
bit.
I don't know how to go slow.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want slower?
there you go. There you go. Okay, you ready for another batch?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going over to Alex with another batch. There you go, so just dump them in. All right, so now that you know how to do it, I'll be handing you the dish. All right? Beautiful. Some people on Facebook have already started to bake. You know, I'm gonna try to get another one in with some of the cookies that I make, you know, which are basic cookies that everybody else makes, I'm sure, butter balls and things like that. I'm gonna try to get one more video in. Believe me, like I've said before, I don't do this video because I think I'm teaching other people how to cook. I do it because I just love it. I just love to do it, and sometimes I might do something a little bit different than you do that makes you say, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I'll try it. Ma, listen, right? I'm gonna put you on speakerphone, okay? Wait a minute, all right? And tell everybody what you just said to me, okay? All right, I'm gonna put you on speaker. Tell Mandy to be quiet and tell everybody what you just told me, all right? All right, go ahead. All right, you're on speaker, Ma. Go ahead.
Listen.
Yeah.
Recipe. Your great grandmother's gonna haunt you. She never wanted that given out.
You hear it? She did not want this recipe given out. All right. Okay.
All right.
So, Ma, it's too late. We're gonna be on YouTube.
Goddamn way.
And
Make
it's-
sure you mention my mother's name.
Of course I mentioned Nana Ida. Of course I did.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you later. Love you. All right.
Bye, Nan.
Bye. Okay, everybody. How long did that take, three of us? What, like about an
I don't
hour?
know.
A little over an hour? All right. So these are warm. All right. While they're warm, you're gonna add the honey to it. If I can get it open. All right. Now, my niece Alex has the candied beads in her hand. one very important thing is do not put the candy beads on until they're totally cooled. If you put the candy beads on while it's still warm, those are all gonna melt and you're gonna have rainbow struffoli, all right? You don't want that. They'll all melt and they'll disappear. So, all right, so we're gonna start with not this whole jar. We're gonna mix it and then see how much we need. Let me get my little spatula here. All right. So important to don't use a heavy, like a metal spoon to turn these because you don't want them to break either. All right. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you smell that? Oh. All right. Good. Good. Perfect. Okay. Oh wow. So, you know, you get the same effect. I mean, I know the boiled honey does something, it hardens them up. You can make shapes, you shape it into a Christmas tree, a wreath, or whatever, but these are still warm. Some of them are actually hot, because we just finished. So that honey's getting heated up right on these. Oh, my mother would Nana think these are good or what? Huh? What do you think? Oh my God. I'm gonna get the platter. We're gonna plate these up. I want you to see what they look like plated up. Oh boy, I think maybe just one more little squeeze and we're good. You know, you don't wanna overdo it either. That's too sweet, they're sickening. But this looks good. Oh yeah. All right, nice and easy with a rubber spatula. Let me get my pretty Christmas dish. I mean, they just look so pretty. Look at that. All right, I'm not gonna overdo it in this dish. And my mother always says mound them. So I try to use a dish that has a little side to it, you know, so that you can do that. Put a few more on the top. Oh, look at these. Oh, my hands are clean. Yeah. Use a spatula. All right. I think that's good. Ooh, they're all sticking to my hand. Now, those are still warm, so I'm not going to mix the sprinkles, but let's just put a few on the top, and then what we'll do is we'll let them cool off. What a pretty dish. Is that beautiful or what? Nana Ida's Stroffoli. That is it from my pantry to your house. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
I hope I get to see you again for another recipe, but if I don't, have a great one.
Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop